Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Now podcast. I'm Tara Hunnewell. I'm here with Hanna Svensson. Hello, Hanna.
Hi.
It is so beautiful to have you here with us today.
So nice to be here.
Thank you for taking the time.
Of course.
So we just wanted to start off by, could you tell us a little bit about the first one is the big question. Who am I? Who is Hanna?
Starting off strong.
You're starting off strong.
Yeah, who am I? Thank you. Such an easy question.
Yeah, it'll start off easy.
Well, I'm many things.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to be a meditator and having started that journey here. I am 26 years old.
Born and raised in Borås?
Yeah, just outside of it, actually. I'm from a very, very small village on the countryside. But it's still, a small town upbringing. I've been traveling around quite a bit, but I consider Gothenburg to be my base, and it has been for, ever since I graduated high school, so almost 10 years soon. But still, it took me a while to find my way here. Haven't meditated really the way that we have been doing here before I found you. So, it opened up a new world for me, to say the least.
Do you remember? Can you go back? How many years ago now was it? It was like...
I'm not sure. 3 or 4?
4 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
So 4 years ago, I have to go back in time. Can you remember who Hanna was 4 years ago, and what was it that made you walk through the door for the first time, or what brought you here?
Well, the short answer is that one of my best friends, went here, and she's probably one of the people I trust the most, and I could tell that I needed to go as well. I think she went to one of Norby's meditations and kept talking about it, and eventually I went as well. But I've been drawn to going deeper into this whole meditation practice for a long, long time. So it was a natural step, I think. I was doing a lot of yoga, and I was on a real physical healing journey as well. It was an easy and natural step for me to take to go here. But I had no expectations, no really idea what I stepped into. But it was thanks to Olivia, my friend.
Do you remember your first time?
I think it was a breathwork class. I just remember all the sensations and everything that I felt after just starting to come here, and especially breathwork, since that's really intense and physical experiences and everything. And I was immediately just so intrigued. I wanted to keep coming.
And then you joined us for the Be Here Now course.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm constantly grateful that I did. Probably one of the best decisions of my life, I think. Both the first and second part of Be Here Now.
Share a little bit about that. What was so special to you about Be Here Now?
I think it was one of the first times, and this happens so rarely, I think, for probably a lot of people, and myself included, when something is just feels so right, like it was supposed to happen. And I can't find the word in English, but I just knew that I had to do it. And it was such an opportunity when you feel the need or the will and excitement to dive deeper into something that feels so right. And then I just got the opportunity, and doing it in a group, it's one thing to do it by yourself, and then here comes an opportunity to do it with like the best kind of guidance I could have asked for, and with other people as well. I felt the feeling of just like, I just wanted to hand myself over into that space, if that makes sense. And I'm so happy I did.
It's interesting how we try to explain what we do here at the Now. And tricky. Our Be Here Now course is our foundation course, and it's a meditation course. And the aim of it is to give you a daily meditation practice. But can you try to put some words onto what it gave to you?
Yeah. How many hours do we have? Well, it definitely changed my life, both during and after. For me, I think it just made me feel closer to myself than I had maybe ever. And just, it's really hard for me to put this into words because it was so big for me. And partly just the tools of like, okay, this is like hands-on, what I can do daily. But also just, it felt like I was on a journey of coming home. And there's so many things going into that, just sharing the space, getting the guidance from you, really knowing all the effects that it could have and then seeing them come to life. It just opened me up for another path that I wanted to go down, that I think I knew that I wanted to go down, but it's still, this made it like accessible for me, and I could clearly see it in a way I hadn't before.
And this is another easy question, but what is meditation to you or for you?
I have thought about this, and for me, it feels like coming home a little bit. And it's also just preparing myself for whatever I'm going to meet that day, or in life in general, a bit of a shelter as well, something to always come back to. A safe space. I have a quite small circle, but really deep connections with my friends in it. I had gone through quite challenging times right about when I started coming to the Now. And I had both family and friends noticing me feeling different, lighter, and just overall, happier. The Now was, the biggest reason for me feeling better overall. So it's hard to describe this place, the two of you, and the energy that is here, and the feeling of a little safe oasis that popped up. I'm happy most of my close friends eventually also went here. So it's so nice to have those deep friendships, and now also having gone through the experiences here, the connections you make at the Now as well, in the groups and during Be Here Now, they are very like special and intimate in a way. And in the same way, it's like that with me and my friends, that we usually say like, I know you know, like what all of this, the sharing of those experiences, it's definitely brought us closer together. I think it's another kind of feeling of safety in my friendships as well, because we understand each other on that level. And we can go there if we want. We can go into those conversations, and we don't have to explain. And everyone's experiences are a little different. Yeah, it's a deeper love, I think. Love has been, it's just been just added to the love.
And I also love that you brought your mom here.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And sometimes it's like your mom might be wondering, where's my daughter spending her time, right?
What is this about?
It was a breathwork experience.
Yeah. I'm so happy that I have a mom who's very curious and very open-minded, and we've been through a lot, and we're very close. So I don't think I asked her to come. It was more just me. She got curious. What is Hanna doing over there?
Yeah.
And for me, it was important that I just wanted her to come if she wanted to, and I'm really grateful that I can share those experiences with her. Because one of the things that I experienced when I went into meditation and felt the effects of it, and there's also a sense of initially you just want everyone to understand and to know how amazing it is, and to I guess to share that with, and my mom was one of those people. So yeah, I'm really happy she came, and I think that when she lives a little closer, she's going to be here more.
I love what you shared about the Be Here Now course, and that's what I want. The tricky thing is that a lot of people, and maybe you've found this in conversations with friends, like when you talk about meditation, people have a lot of ideas of what meditation is. They think like, oh, it's not for me, or I can't sit with thoughts. I have too many thoughts, or people might even think it's a religious thing. It's a cult. I don't know. But it's so interesting that meditation, it's a practice.
Yeah.
That's yours. Wherever you go, you have this. You have the practice. And sometimes the practice is the remembrance. If we go out into the world and have forgetfulness for a while, we get lost in experience again.
Relying on just your own practice in a way was challenging. But it's also something that I always come back to. Even if it's less disciplined sometimes, or I know it's always there.
What does it feel like to come back to yourself?
Just trying to not be too cliche, but it's just a sense of home and wherever I am. And then I'm happy that I can then feel and have those memories of the energy here at the now. I think meditating just by myself, if I had just done that, would be very different. Now I know what kind of energy can come through just doing it in a group, and all my experiences here, they're with me every time I meditate.
I was able to witness and share this journey with you. And I remember very clearly, sort of toward the end, as we were setting you free, it was sort of wrapping up Be Here Now 2, the second course. And you had this energy that was awakening within you. And you said, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? Do you want to share anything about that feeling?
Oh, I mean, there's so many things to say. And there's, when you open up in that way and when you find yourself in that energy, a lot of questions pop up as well. Because it feels like you found your place and the energy you want to be in. And it's very me to ask that question. What do I do with this? I just want to have more, and I want to know how to cultivate it and expand it. And that's when I think I have to remind myself of the practice, just relying on it and that's also a part of the safety, I think, that you can always just fall back onto that. But I still...
And trusting it more maybe, right? Because it's the mind that comes in that wants to know what to do with it.
Exactly.
So if we can just be in that, and just know that that is, here I am.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, obviously with the courses that you offer here, it's very easy to just want more afterwards. It's like you make 7 parts of this course.
But it's so beautiful to just be together.
Yes.
And just to share that. You don't want that to end. That's right. When we close our eyes, even just before this recording, we did a 2-minute grounding, breathing practice together. And you do go to that place where you don't want to open your eyes.
Yeah, I think it's just wanting to add on. You get inspired and you just want to keep diving deeper. But it's hard to... I think that was one of the things that I struggled with a little bit, to juggle. A part of you wants to stay in that state after a meditation, or just sharing it with the community here always. And then there's also everyday life and everything that comes with it. And when you are in the beginning of a journey, that contrast is very, it can be challenging to know how to handle it.
You open the door in Kastelgatan and you're like,
it's raining and I have to study and bye.
And you made a big change because then you moved to another country.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you got into a wonderful program.
Yeah.
That you're finishing next year.
Yes.
So you really stepped in.
Yeah.
And you really took back out into life.
Yeah.
Did you have any friends where you were going to school?
Not when I moved there.
Right.
No, I just went off.
New place, no friends, no community, and just went for it. So what was that like for you?
It definitely was. I think one of the things that I don't think that I anticipated would be an effect of just starting to meditate and everything is a sense of confidence as well, that you can rely on your own person in a way that I hadn't before. So taking those steps didn't really feel scary. Just reliance that no matter what happens, I know how it feels to be safe just in me. That's one of the things that I think the courses here brought me, that just a sense of everything will be fine somehow. And
so now I can take that leap.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who would you recommend, or who do you think would benefit from a meditation practice or from joining us here at the Now?
Everyone, no matter, everyone. There's not a kind of person I wouldn't recommend trying it. That's beautiful that there's no expectations. Just everyone's journey will be different, but anyone can do it. And I've had a lot of friends saying those things, that I can't be quiet for that long, or it doesn't work for me, and that's fine. I think I don't want to push anyone to do it, but then whenever you feel just a little bit excited about it or a little bit curious, then anyone can come.
We spend so much time out there in the world, acquiring things, acquiring experiences, relationships.
Yeah.
And we don't take that time in.
No, which I was definitely one of those people, even though I was very open to it, and I had been in a little bit in the proximity of meditation with other practices. This was a whole different thing in that sense. You guys here have just narrowed it down to what really matters and what's the most important for, I think, my health anyway, and my sense of peace within just you sit with yourself, and everything that comes after that or on top of that, that will be different for everybody. But it's in that sense a simple practice, but then you never know what happens afterwards.
It's these simple things.
Yeah, it sounds simple, but I really love that about the classes here and everything, that people are so different. It's different backgrounds, asking different questions, and it's that's so rewarding, just that aspect as well, to see how different people kind of interpret it. And
but it's interesting how we can come from different perspectives and different worlds, different minds, different bodies, stories.
Exactly.
And to land in love together.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum. We talked about this yesterday a little bit, about you awaken to this peace within yourself, or you're working on yourself, and then suddenly it is your natural instinct to want to go and help everyone and share with everyone that you love, especially your parents, right? Mom and dad, maybe sister, brother. These like very personal relationships that are in some ways part of us, right? They're part of our incarnation. They're just so close to us. So I also remember like wanting to fix things or heal things. And then over time, I think what I've just learned is acceptance, and just learning to, I'm like, and then it's totally turned around for me now. Who am I to try to heal or do anything to another being? It's just my job to work on myself, to love and accept.
Yeah.
And it's parents, relationships, to just be loving, forgiving, accepting. And in that space, magic happens. In that, I start to see transformation out there. And then I was, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want to share anything about that?
No, I just relate a lot. And probably one of the bigger mindset changes in me after coming here and meditating, and just choosing the love instead, and not desiring so many things outside of myself and trying to fix things in the same way. And just, I think that comes back to me with confidence, that being in this space with myself is the best choice. And we'll have, as you said, magic starts to happen, and you just really trust that. And especially with like parents and families and relationships, you feel grateful for the things that they give you. And those become even more clear.
Beautiful. We can talk about when the heart breaks.
Yeah.
You went through a relationship and it was like, here I go again.
Yeah.
And then having to make a decision and doing it from love. I love that you shared that just the ending was just done so beautifully and heart-based. And even that was like a big leap, right? The courage to speak from the heart.
Yeah.
Do you want to share anything about that experience for you?
Yeah, there's much to say, but I think both entering that relationship and leaving it came from a place of love, and that makes me grateful thinking about it, even though there's so much pain and confusion as well. I think what I take from it now is that I was able to still always feel myself in it, and not, even though it didn't turn out the way that I had hoped or that I maybe thought, I always knew where I was and who I was in the relationship. As I said before, with meditation, that feeling of everything will be fine and all is perfect somehow makes it easier to go through those things as well. life will throw things at you. But just knowing that you know the way to a place where it still feels safe and peaceful and loving. Both acting from that place, just knowing that love is really like the only thing that I want to put forth and also give to myself. Makes it a lot easier to go through even the worst things that I think heartbreak is. It's a sense of guidance.
Beautifully said. Hard to put words.
Very hard. It's very hard. And but I'm just so grateful.
But I love what you said, that when you can let love be your guidance. That's what it is, isn't it? And again, it is true. Things sound cliche when it comes out of your mouth.
It does.
Let love. But it's like every song has been written about it, but maybe those people don't really get it. When you really get that, when you can actually just connect to yourself, authentically, to your heart, and to that love.
Yeah.
That love just guides and comforts.
Yeah.
And shows you the way.
But it is, it's interesting to think about having gone through feeling both detached from or completely in my own energy and just detached from anyone else's perspective. And then I had a little experience of really feeling dependent on someone else for a bit and then kind of coming back again home and maybe needing to go through that to get reminded of who I am. So perhaps it's just, strengthened.
It's like losing something that you really love for a long time. You almost forget it's there. And then suddenly you just find it.
Yeah.
And you appreciate it so much more. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to sometimes get lost to be found. Again, it's cliche.
But it turns out they're kind of true.
It's true.
Yeah.
To lose ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm a singer for many years. I identified so much with my singing, and then I just stopped singing. I really felt like I stopped singing for a few years. And then it was just so much joy to come back to singing. Yeah. It was like I lost my voice. Yeah. And then I came back. Yeah. And I'd found it for the first time because then the joy was there again. Yeah. It became a lot of work, and it's wonderful.
It's nice to let it come back to you rather than maybe searching and pushing.
And if we hold on to something too tight, we don't really have it either.
Exactly.
So just to let it.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what you're working with? What are you studying, and what is you're going to be writing a big thesis. I don't know if you want to keep it a secret, if it's like a jinxing it, but like what is this degree that you're working on right now? And
I'm studying sustainability science. Yeah, with a social sciences perspective. So yeah, it's really like a full circle moment almost to come back here now, because I hadn't started the program when I started coming to the Now, and now I'm nearing the end. It felt right from the start. I'm so grateful that I can study something that I'm interested in and that I find important. But comparing it to the way I thought I would approach studying and being at university is, I feel a lot more detached from where it will take me and my results and all of that than the younger me would probably do.
You're allowing more unknown.
Yeah.
Just enjoying the being in the studying and just allowing space to let things unfold.
Yeah, I'm just very like open to where it will take me. Life in general, I would say. But I'm just happy that I get to learn and share it with beautiful people.
Isn't that beautiful? Because I think even that, studying and being in school, you can be so focused on the outcome. You can miss the actual being in and just the joy that you're studying something that's so fascinating to learn. Yeah. It's having the awareness that here I am and I'm in this and I'm going to really be present. Yeah. And let it take me to the next thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's...
But you're still doing a lot. I mean,
it's a lot of doing. Yeah. Speaking of having a hard time juggling all the everyday life stuff and deadlines and exams and stuff. Now I had for a big portion of my studies now, I haven't been that disciplined with my meditation as I would have wanted. But still, when I have, it does feel like a little bit of a superpower to not be overwhelmed to the extent that I would be probably if I couldn't come back to that space. Meanwhile, yeah.
Wonderful. So beautiful. Oh, goodness. I am so, goodness, I just want to thank you for coming through the doors the very first time and being a part of us here at the Now, because it is special and we feel the same. When we connect in the way that we do here, we do have a love for each other, and it's just, it's forever.
It's forever.
We hold you in our hearts, and it's funny when you walk around on the streets, if you can see a few people that
exactly.
We've seen a few people and they look at us like, do you exist outside of the
outside of the studio? What? Yeah, how do I do it?
Anything else you would like to share that we didn't get out?
I know I have a tendency to speak in cliches and big words, but yeah, I just, the message is really that I would just recommend anyone to come and just try.
Just give it a try.
Just give it a try. Yeah, thank you.
I know. Wherever you are in the world, you're just, you're always in our hearts, and we love you so much. So
likewise, definitely, and thank you.
I'm just grateful for this time.
Me too. Me too.
Tack